Welcome to Small Town Big Mouths Podcast, where our three hosts will be unraveling tales about dating and life in general that will have you laughing, nodding your head, and even cringing in sympathy. So sit back, buckle up, and get ready for the ride.
Hey, everybody. This is Amber, your one and only.
Hey, welcome back. This is Misty, a.k.a. Dolce.
And this is Nikki, your resident bartender. So today we're going to do something a little different. We are going to take we've had some, Amber called them viewers, and now I want to call them viewers. Some listeners have written in some questions on our TikTok, on our Instagram, just from different places. And we're going to take some questions that we thought were really interesting. We have several, but each of us have picked two that we're going to read out loud today. So which one of you girls wants to start?
I'll go ahead and start.
Okay.
So we'll say a man or a woman says that she has lost all respect for her man or woman. Can the relationship be salvaged? Explain.
God, losing respect's a tough one.
That's a very hard one.
That's a hard to get back with a respect card. Yeah.
I say no because once I lose respect, and this, I feel like you are like this. I don't know you well enough in a relationship to know, but she has stated this. I will walk the fuck all over this person.
Definitely.
And then I'm like, you're a pussy.
Yeah.
You just let me fucking walk all over you.
Yeah, you better have some balls.
Okay. See?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
and then I go at them deeper. Like I start deballing. It just starts going down that road.
Picking at 'em.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, nitpicking.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to say. We're going to nitpick you. If I lose respect for you, I'm going to nitpick everything you do.
Yeah, and everything takes more notice too, because once they hold that confidence and that respect, like from the beginning, if they haven't lost it, they're holding you a little tighter. Like they got your attention. When they start like doing things where you're like, no, I don't like that, then they lose your attention.
And I feel like when I lose respect for someone, I literally lose I don't like the way you breathe. I don't like the way you're chewing your food. I don't like the way you drink your water. Like
you're snoring too loud.
I lose my mind. I lose my fucking mind. I'm just like,
I don't like you.
Yeah. I don't like you because I've lost respect for you now. And like everything you're doing is just like fingernails on a fucking chalkboard.
Very annoying.
Yeah. No, I agree. 100%.
Yeah.
That was a good one. If you kept saying man or woman, so if you flip it, like I wonder how a man would be, right? With losing respect for a woman, because I can guarantee like their loss of respect is maybe if they find out, wow, they're with this woman, they're dating her, and then they discover that she used to sleep around.
Right.
Did she sleep with all your friends? Like,
yeah.
All of a sudden you guys are together and you're like, wait a minute. My boy just told me he slept with my girl. I thought I was in love with her. Like shit fucking happens. Like, are we?
But then they lose respect.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, that's definitely a loss of respect right there.
So this is where our male listeners, right?
Yeah.
We need the male listeners.
Yeah. If you're listening, chime in. Please report back. If this was a case for you and you found out you really dug this chick and she ended up sleeping around or she slept with one of your friends, you lose respect. Could she get it back? Like, do you look that over or do you walk away?
Yeah. Or is now she just like, and sorry for lack of a better word that your friend used on your date, but is she just like a whore now? You know what I mean? Like, to me, if I was a dude and I found out that I'd just be like, ew.
Yeah.
I mean, already as a girl, I'm kind of turned off when I see girls in the bar that I know have been sleeping with a bunch of dudes. And now just like, if I was a dude, you'd just be like some whore.
I don't know. I feel like if I'm really into somebody, because we all make mistakes. So I think that if I'm hooking up with somebody and all of a sudden my girl's like, oh my God, girl, like I hooked up with him. Like, if you know I know her, you better fucking tell me. So that way when I am confronted, if I'm confronted, I have the right to be like, yeah, I already know. He already told me.
Okay, but see, this is where Misty and I are the same. And this is why Misty and I don't date people in this town, because we're both freaked out by that.
Yeah, we're freaked out.
And I'm not from here,
That's
so I
why.
don't know everybody.
Because you don't know the people
That
in
is
this
true.
fucking town.
We've been here forever.
So then you're guaranteed to find somebody that's already been with somebody.
Yes. No, 1,000%.
And
That's
I'm
why we're
not.
not trying to meet people in this town.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you're
And
not
it's
in
not-
my radius, it's not going to work.
And I don't want people to take this the wrong way, because it's not like, oh my God, people from this town. It's just, to me, someone I know has been with you, I'm just like, ew.
Same.
Small town, big mouth.
Exactly. Turn the fuck off.
All right, ladies, let's go on to question number 2. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. This question was, how do you feel about long distance relationships?
Oh, this is a good segue.
Yes, exactly.
Not
Well, my soulmate, my person, the one that I still love, he was a long distance relationship. He was in LA.
Oh, wow. How often
Yeah.
did you get to see him?
I saw him almost every weekend. I would leave here on Sunday and I would drive there on Sunday. I would get off Sunday morning. I would sleep for a little bit and then I'd drive there Sunday afternoon to LA, and then I would stay till Wednesday when I had to come back to work.
Oh, I mean, you saw
And he was here.
That's more than half the week, 4 days.
And he was a police officer. He was LAPD. So he also had days off that coincided with mine. So he
That's
would come
perfect.
here. Right.
You're actually probably seeing each other more than a normal couple would.
Oh no, for sure.
Yeah, Monday to Friday
for
type
sure.
thing, yeah.
Like we would spend, 3 and 4 days together and neither one of us had to work.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
See, and I do feel like when you have long distance, when you are together, it's more quality time. You know what I mean? Because you don't get to see them just every day, and you plan things.
Miss 'em.
Yeah, you miss them.
We drank
yeah,
all the time.
and you
A lot.
And you're
I'm like,
and
I
you're
only
more
like you when I
sexual
drink.
because
Yeah,
you
there
mi-
was a lot of sex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Great.
What about
sex.
you, Misty?
So this is all new for me because I had long relationships. And so now with the dating scene for the last year and a half, I'm like Nikki was saying, I don't like dating in this town because I just feel like it's 2 degrees of separation. So I have had some long distance. Like you, Amber, it is hard because I am such a partner person and I want to like get done with work and we go meet up with friends. We got to dinner. I want to be able to just see you. You come over. I come
Right.
over. So when you are out of town, you can't just do that. And
You're living the single life still.
you kind of are.
But
And-
see, I
and-
think that's where girlfriends come in. Like I'm dating someone out of town, you're dating someone out of town. When they're out of town and we can't see them, that's when you and I are like, hey, you want to catch a movie? You want to go to dinner? You want to go, you know what I mean? That's when I have my girlfriend time, which I also very much enjoy.
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
think
it's
what
nice to
happens-
have like double dates too, or like
Yes, no, I mean, yeah, you can. Like when I would go to LA, we would go out with another married couple friend of his, for his friend, his partner, whatever he was. They lived next door, him and his wife. We would go out with them. But what I'm saying is like when I came home, that's when I had my girlfriend time. Like I spent time with my girls. We went and did things,
And it's
we went
very
out drinking.
important.
Yeah, it is super important. And you said that earlier.
Yeah, no, 100%. I just think that what happens with long, or at least with me with long distance, is in my mind, it's kind of probably moving faster than it would if they were in town because I'm like, okay, if we're gonna do this, like we got to figure shit out.
We have to fast track it.
Yeah, or this is not going to go anywhere because I'm not going to waste my time driving back and forth. But so you kind of discover like where you're going to be with this person quicker.
Yeah.
I think.
Do you feel that when you are in situations like that where you're dating somebody that's out of town, are you always the one that's driving? Or it's a 50-50 or it's
So I have a rule of thumb.
okay.
If I meet you out of town first date, you have to come to me. And if they're not willing to come to me, I don't bother. It's like deletion.
yeah.
Because I'm so
You're the girl. They should come here
100%.
first.
And I love chivalry.
Yeah.
And I want them to. Now, I have had them say, oh, I'm not from there. Do you have a favorite restaurant? Whatever. Tell me. But I also want them to make the reservation.
Yeah.
And I'll send them the link of how to get there or whatever. But I'm not going to take charge like that. Like, I'm like, oh, well, what food do you like? Okay, there's this place, that we frequent and we go to. Got great food. And okay, cool. Here's the number. Here's the link. They make the reservation.
See,
Now-
and I'm such a controller. I'm like, okay, this is where we're going. I'm making the reservation.
What about like meeting halfway?
So I'm not opposed. But I have to really think you're the bee's knees.
Yeah. Well, and I'm going to call him Mr. Big from now on. Mr. Big
Okay.
from LA. Mr. Big. We used to meet halfway in Bakersfield sometimes.
But didn't you guys already have an established?
We already did have an established.
Yeah.
Now, if we didn't, no fucking way am I going to fucking Bakersfield. Hello.
Yeah.
I would rather go to, yes, I want you to come here, but I would rather go to LA. There's so
That's
much
like
more to do.
BFG. Fuck you.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
we would meet in Bakersfield. We would end up at this fucked up little bar out on like, I don't even know. It was like off the freeway and at the very end of this, it probably wasn't even in Bakersfield anymore. It was probably another town. But we like drank them out of fucking Jägermeister one night and like
Ooh,
Patron and like,
nasty.
yeah. because it was this tiny little hole in the wall. And we sat next to the owner and like,
Yeah.
But then we had to drive back to our hotel, which was, I don't remember that right.
They have a great hotel in Bakersfield. The Pedro?
No, we didn't stay anywhere fancy. It was right off the freeway.
Oh,
it was
okay.
like literally halfway between. And
Got
it was
it.
like, not the Lion's Inn. It might have been the Sheridan or something. It was something nice, but not like, it's
Yeah.
Bakersfield.
Fancy.
I mean,
I do like that one hotel. That's fun. I would be like, let's meet there. And
see, I don't know about that.
they have a rooftop bar and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not at crazy expensive. It's Bakersfield. It's not
Right,
crazy expensive.
right.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about that. Like, I was just thinking about let's have a room someplace where we can, just
Yeah.
be together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because really, when you're into somebody, that's all you want.
Yeah.
You
Everything
just want
else
to
is
be with
secondary.
it. It's so
It
secondary.
doesn't matter where you're at.
It doesn't matter.
Motel 6?
It
No.
really doesn't matter. You're with them. It's
Post-room.
That's what I love. Isn't that what you
Just
love?
kidding.
Yes.
About relation, like when you're really into somebody, that's the part I really love.
Yes.
Yeah.
The honeymoon phase.
I do love, and then that's the chore though, right? Is now
Maintaining
you
it.
got to maintain the honeymoon phase.
Aye.
And Nikki,
She's like,
I know she's like, I go 2 years.
I don't even give them a chance.
Jeez.
You got
I
2
don't
years,
know.
bitch. I don't know what you're going to do with it.
I mean, I'm even lucky to enter the honeymoon phase. Honestly, I'm picking you apart left and right.
Girl, why do you think I've been single for
I
fucking 10
know,
years?
and that's why I think that it just happens all in divine
Yes,
timing.
I get it.
Shit
But I think we
fucking
get
happens.
pickier the older we get too.
Well, you're willing to put up
course.
with less.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, I've spent 10 years by myself now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you better come in and like meet me halfway or be accommodating to what I have going on. And the same for me too. You know what I mean?
You both add to each other.
Yes, but there
Yeah.
has to be so much compromise at this age because I've went this far by myself.
Yes,
I agree.
you need to take out the trash.
Yeah.
That's the least of your worries.
All right, I got one from Veronica.
All right.
All right. So she's having a problem. She said, well, you find out that your significant other has been paying for nude webcam chats with random people, with randoms. She's all, do you consider this cheating?
Fucking OnlyFans.
She said
Yes.
with random,
Your
like-
man is cheating, girl.
Yeah, but she said with randoms, like as if it was someone I knew would be better. With
No,
people you know.
I know.
That would be even
That would really be cheating.
Veronica, I'm sorry, but that is considered cheating.
Yeah,
and you
that's
should probably
cheating in my
leave
book.
him. You should probably leave him.
Okay, let's talk about this though. Let's say they're, oh, sorry, I had to get closer to the mic. Let's say that they are newly dating and this is discovered.
How new?
Let's say first, month. So now are you like, ooh, yuck, ick, bye? Or you're like, no, I really like him. I need to have this conversation because I'm not going to tolerate this. And you can move forward.
I think
I'm
online,
yuck,
I think it's
bye.
like an addiction. Honestly, I feel that I think there's a division. I can be wrong. Maybe you guys don't agree, and that's okay. Maybe our listeners don't agree. But I think if there's already online stuff, men are comfortable with looking that up. They know where the free stuff is. They know how to. I've never done that, so I don't even know what I'm talking about. But I think that's that's where their mentality is, and that's what they get off on. And if you're easily get off on the online stimulation, that's not real life.
Right.
And you're judging your personal intimacy on some online fake shit.
Yeah.
But if they're new, maybe the guy has been single for a while and this is the way he's
Use
they're
your
visual.
use your fucking hand.
But they do while they're watching. You know what I
So
mean?
you're saying
don't
you'd be okay
know.
with it? Maybe I would not. I would just be like, nope, that's not for me.
I think it's an addiction.
Okay, so
honestly.
here's me. If I'm first dating a guy and I'm over at his house, he has his computer up. I'm like, holy shit. I mean, I'm very much, I use humor for everything.
Yeah.
So I would come at it as like, oh, fuck, you're stroking to this shit? You know what I mean? Like, I would make it fun and games, right?
Right.
And then I'd be like, okay, so is this what you're going to continue to do? Like, while I'm in your life?
Yeah. Where does this leave me?
Yeah.
Sneaking off to the bathroom before you shower.
Exactly. Or is like, now that you're hanging out with me, you don't need to do this anymore. And then I'm going to see how his response goes. Because if he's like, fuck no, I don't even like doing that shit. But yeah, I was fucking lonely. If he's going down that road, I'm going to accept it. Okay. And I don't want to catch you again. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But if he's like, what? I'm a dude. I got needs. Da, da, da. You know what I mean? Then I'm like, no.
Because
no, the
that
bye.
is so
Yeah,
fake
that's true.
online. Not even on the sexual realm, right? Like online is fake. People put out what they want you to perceive. Point blank, period. So the sexual porn, OnlyFans, all of that stuff, it's fucking fake. They're doing it for money.
Yes.
They're doing it for whatever. And men, I feel, are going to compare a real woman to what's fake because they don't know a difference. If that's what they're going to continue to do.
Yeah. But the hope is now that you've caught them, you have this conversation. Now, if you're already in this relationship, Veronica might be with this guy 2 years and catches it.
Right.
I'm with you is this guy's got a problem. You have this woman over here.
Mentality.
Yeah. 2 years in and you're doing this shit and you're being sneaky about it. She had to catch you. No, it's.
Can we watch it together?
It's cheating. Honestly, but that's what he should have done. I've been in relationships, so I've had this happen.
Copycat?
Where, I've caught them with the porn, and I'm a cool chick. I'm like, dude, if you want to watch this shit, we could do it together. But the fact that now you've hid it from me, and you're doing it behind my back, now I don't trust you.
Right.
Or you'd rather go in the bathroom and jack off rather than be with me.
Yeah, it's now, and my Rolodex starts going for the past year, going, motherfucker, now that makes sense. Now that makes sense. You know what I mean?
That's why you didn't want to have sex with me last night.
Yeah.
That's why it took you too long to come.
Yeah, that's why you noticed, my fucking leggings I had on or whatever, because you never did notice that before. Just stupid shit like that.
See, and that's why I'm just like, bye. Because I don't
So
even
it totally turns you off.
It's not, it does turn me off though, because like, I think we've already had this discussion for me. I don't have toys. I'm not interested in toys.
Yeah.
I want a man. I want the real thing. I don't care about a toy. I want you and me and all of it.
But you don't want a man using a toy on
No.
you? I don't mind that.
And we're all different. We can all do whatever. Yeah. So
that's
we're all
why
different.
we're all
But
everything.
that's, I think, where I get bothered is like, so now you're online watching this. Like, see, that's where I get the it. I'm just like, nope, I don't even want to like.
But what about what Misty said is he's doing that because he's been single for 2 years. That's how he gets off.
I still don't know if it really turns me off.
I want to know, like, how do our listeners feel about this?
Well, and let me just explain real quick. The reason it turns me off is because I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't have toys.
But
so
women don't really do that.
Right.
Like, some women have toys.
No,
Don't get me wrong on that.
absolutely.
But the whole internet shit, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not really.
I would
doing
rather
that
see
like
a
they are.
woman on. Okay, I'm not bisexual. I'm strictly dickly, but I would rather see a woman and woman get off on each other than a man just treat a woman like a whore on porn.
Yeah, I don't want a guy to treat it like a whore either.
Yeah.
If I see porn,
I haven't watched enough
it
porn.
it has to be like sexy, sensual, maybe a role play thing.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
That's where I'm at too.
Okay, I've literally only seen like a few porns in my life. And
Do we need to
bring porn next time?
And the last
Oh my
one,
God, she got all red, you
the
guys.
last one I remember was fucking Debbie Does Dallas. That was my stepdad's. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's the last porn you've seen?
Yeah, it's fucking
my God.
70s crazy nonsense.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. And those
I've
mustaches are coming back.
I've watched porn and I'm not opposed to it. I just don't like the fake porn or where women are degraded and treated like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see the lovemaking, the sensuality of it.
Yeah.
See, to me, that's not porn.
And see women on women.
No, it's porn.
Are
I get
different.
it, but
Yeah.
like to me, because Debbie Does Dallas is the porn that I saw. Like,
I haven't seen
porn
that.
to me is corny. You know,
They do have corny porn.
exactly. And so in my mind, when I think porn, I think corny, like fake, like, oh, I'm here to repair the refrigerator.
But I think
Let me
most is
take
like
off my
that.
belt. You know.
No,
But-
most
You
is
need
like
your
that.
pipe
Even,
strained,
right.
Nikki.
Yeah.
Even new porn's like that. though.
Okay. See, that is
Like
it to me.
the pool boy comes in.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Hey, Cabana boy.
Yeah, I don't like it. Like, I want porn to be like, that's porn. Like, to me, what you're talking about is like romance stuff. Like, they're making love on a bed of flowers. They're,
like flowers.
whatever it is, but not the fucking, the fucking repairman is here with clean your pipe and
What have you been doing today? Where's
bend
your
over the
husband?
washer. Let me put that on a spin cycle, baby.
That's the part, though, if you're watching it with your dude, that you guys are both laughing at that part.
I would hope
be able to have sex.
But then it's when they get to the bedroom and now you're hearing the sounds and you're seeing it. For me, I'm so audio. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so that was my question right now when this conversation started going too, is like, I'm very vocal and it turns me on. Like, I'm very loud. So like, if the kids are in the house,
You and
like,
my friend April.
I have to shove my face in the pillow and it's not the fucking same. I want to be like, ah! You know what I mean? I want to let it all out. And like when the kids are around, you can't fucking
Well, yeah, you can't do that. No way.
But I want to, and it's so much different.
Yeah, I'm
Ladies?
audio. I'm more. I want to hear him talk to me. Like I want to
your
hear.
dirty little slut.
I want to hear it. Yeah,
Spank me, daddy.
and they're visual, and I'm auditory. You know?
Well, is that whose pussy is that?
Oh my God. Okay, Amber's had a whole bottle of wine. In her defense.
Yeah, but
Ladies, I'm just telling you what I like. Talk dirty to me.
Okay, talking dirty is one thing. Now, did I tell you guys about the guy I went out on a date with? We went out on more than a date, and then we met in Santa Maria or wherever the fuck we were, down south somewhere, Santa Monica, whatever. I don't want to say what his job was because he actually might know people that might listen to this. We met, we had a really nice time, we had a date, whatever. And then when we went to go have sex, he was very rough. And like, do you like it rough? Okay, I don't mind you pulling my hair. I don't mind you spanking my ass. This motherfucker, I had bruises on my neck. He was trying to choke me. And he slapped me so hard in the face, he made a handprint on my face.
Oh my God, that is really rough. I've never had it that rough.
I would not like that.
I did.
Do you like that?
I did not like it. I didn't see it
That's
after
like
that.
submissive. Like, what do they call that?
Dominatrix.
Dominatrix chick.
Yeah.
I mean, pull my hair, chuck me out a little
So
bit.
when he
like,
was-
I'm like,
wait.
yes, daddy.
When he was doing that, what
What'd
did you do?
Yeah.
I guess
I
I'm
would've slapped his ass.
I'm a submissive because I didn't fucking do anything.
I would've
But
went,
when we were done, I was just like, I don't like that. And he was like, you seem like you enjoyed it. And I'm like, huh, crazy, right?
Did you come?
I don't think so.
You really didn't like it then.
Okay, I have a question for you ladies. Because we had a conversation about squirting, right?
Yeah.
Is squirting and orgasming the same?
Okay, you bitches both talked
No.
about you squirt, so I don't know anything about that shit.
No,
No,
because-
it's very different. Because I'd rather orgasm than squirt.
Yeah, and you can do both at the same time too. You know, like, but I'm just saying they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
It's very different.
You can do it the same, or you can just squirt,
I feel
or
like
you can
with
just
squirting,
orgasm.
you're super fucking relaxed and just like nothing. There's nothing that can distract that.
Yeah,
Orgasming is letting me get on top and
yeah. No, I mean,
do me.
I can orgasm on any which way. I orgasm super easy. Like, I'm not a hard person to like.
I don't think I'm hard.
A lot of
either.
women are though. They take a long time. Do you know what I mean?
I just need to be on top.
Yeah. No, I don't. I actually like them on top. I do.
I think it just depends on the man.
Oh.
Because there's certain positions that
Well, and
like, I
there's-
like
and they're
now,
shaped
and I'm
differently.
like, oh wait, okay,
And they're
I
shaped
like
differently,
this.
right?
Yeah.
So wherever your G spot is, however they're shaped, it can hit you different if you're on top or they're on top. You know what I mean? On who they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could think it could take me a long time though if I wasn't on top. Let me put it that way. I can still probably come, but I'm not going to come as fast if I'm not on top. On top, I get on, I fucking I get
Are
off.
you a
I know what I'm doing.
grinder?
I'm a grinder.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a grinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way.
Well, because you gotta hit you gotta hit that
You're like,
clit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's hard for me to come doggy style. I like it too, but because I know they are liking it. Like a lot of times, if a guy wants to do you from behind, they're like an ass man, and I've got an ass, so I'm like, oh, it's turning me on that they like it, right?
So you're a pleaser.
I'm both. I want to be pleased too,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna. And then they'll usually just come. It's like all over wherever, you know. And I didn't.
All over your back.
Yeah, or they whatever inside, whatever. But I have had. That's another thing. Like with tall guys, they have good reach. So With my tall guys, they're getting me off with my clit while they're from the back.
Yeah.
Then I can come. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, because they got good reach.
I just don't like it from behind.
All right. What's your next question?
So I have another question. And it's like, hey, you've been in a monogamous relationship for a while. And now my partner wants to have an open relationship. What do I do? I don't know. I think you're fucked. Because if your man or your woman wants another door to open, that means you're not satisfying him. And maybe you don't belong together.
Not just for fun.
I mean, I think, okay, so
Maybe to switch it up. Remember, there's couples out there been married 20 years.
they have, but like, I think I'm pretty secure as a woman, but I feel that if there was another woman that was skinnier than me or had like her boobs done, her butt done,
Or she's uglier than you.
I wouldn't want to do her.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Wait,
Like,
who said it was a woman coming in? Maybe it's another man.
yeah.
so I'm getting it in my mouth and my ass, or my mouth and my ass, my pussy and my ass, or my mouth and my vagina. Like, first of all, I don't like sucking dick. If I suck it,
So
you're
in other words,
lucky.
you would never entertain a third person.
I mean, if it was all about me and you're like sucking my titties and like, you know, fingering me or I'm getting fucked while I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
But I wouldn't want in my ass and my pussy at the same time or my mouth.
How's that even fucking possible?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
You've watched
I
too
think
much porn.
Okay, I'm going to step away and I'm going to get some wine.
Of course you are.
Well, I'm going to go off of this. I am a monogamous person.
Yes.
So I get too jealous. That's
Yeah.
my deal. So I would not be okay with that. So that's my answer on that.
Well, let me tell you guys a little story. Someone I know, him and his wife were going to she wanted them to have a threesome. So they have a threesome. And then after the threesome, she wanted to keep doing it and it was another girl that she brought into the relationship. Well, after a certain amount of time, maybe they did it a couple more times. I'm not really sure how many more times, but these people came to my house and they were telling me what was going on. And now the guy was now thinking he had feelings for the girl that his wife had brought into the picture.
That happens.
Right.
Yeah. That's a common
and he
thing,
was
I think.
like distraught about it because he's married and he wants to stay married. And he was really actually angry at his wife because why did you want to have this other person in the room with us? Now look where we're at, where I don't even know how I'm feeling about you. And I'm feeling like I want to be with her.
Oh my gosh. How did the wife take that?
They are no longer together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No,
I don't
and
know if that
is-
was a factor.
I think that is common because it goes back to the honeymoon stage, right?
Right.
We all like new. We all
Right.
like fucking new. So if somebody
Yes.
new is going to come in,
Here's this new shiny toy.
it's a new shiny toy. Like as a kid, right? You play with a
with
toy.
me.
And you play with a toy and you put it away, and now you're back to the new toy. So, yeah, 100%.
Don't look at me like that, Nikki.
I was looking at how cold the bottle was. I wasn't looking at the fact that you've had two of them.
I would have totally drank that with you, though. I love
I
that you brought
know.
white. I know.
That's all I drink.
Dang. I would have. Soon.
You know, I kind of feel a little fucked up right now because
No, we
I'm
know.
the only one that's drinking and you bitches aren't.
Well, I drank yesterday.
So did I.
I did
Yeah.
not.
And the night before.
I know.
I did not. I did not.
I know.
Okay,
I'm
your
surprised
next
I was able to
question.
function.
It's my next question is, were you in love with your ex? If so, are you still in love?
Dun, dun, dun.
And I don't know if that's like, well, for you guys, is it talking about your ex-husband? Is it talking about my ex-husband? Is it talking about the last person I was with? Am I still in love with my ex? One of them, yes, absolutely 1000%. And I always will be.
And some of them are pieces of shit.
And the rest of them, like I've said before, they could be gone. They could be, I don't know where. And I just literally don't care. I don't care to see them. I don't care if they come back. I don't care. I just don't want them to contact me. That's good. That's how I feel about that.
What was that? A little music in the back.
Hey.
So for me, if I was with you, then I was into you, and I will always have. They'll always have a place in my heart because I've had long relationships. I don't do it otherwise. If I get with you, I'm with you.
Well, I am too, but I don't want them back. Like, I don't. They were toxic.
I will always love you, but I'm not in love with you.
No.
Yeah, like
I'm not all
I mean,
over
I'm not still in love with my children's father,
Right.
But he holds a special place, and I love him. I was with him for 14 years, only went the best, and then after him, I didn't have anybody until Ken. I mean, I'm still in love with my Ken. You know, he's passed.
Right. But see, that's just it. We have a different. We've had a different journey.
Yeah.
And as we all have. But my exes were fucking terrible people that wanted to put their hands on me. So do I have a place in my heart for them?
No.
Fuck no.
So this question is so like,
Right.
it's really relative.
Right.
It's relative. Yeah.
But okay, let's turn this around girlfriend wise. We've all probably had relationships with friends, girlfriends, where you're like, that's my girl, this and that, and something falls apart. We grow apart as people do. Some people don't grow with you. They're still in the past. You move forward. We all have different perspectives. So how do you move forward in relationships with your girlfriends?
Well, I can answer that.
Yeah, that's so different.
It is because like I love you and I don't feel that even if I have bad blood and you did something that irritated me and I'm like, I'm not going to be friends with her. I don't feel like I need to go spill the beans.
No, you don't know that, but I will say
there's
like
secrets that you just don't
yeah,
fucking share.
no, you don't share the secrets because that's shady on your part. But what I will say is if any one of my girlfriends called me that I'm not friends with anymore and said, hey, I need something, I would be there for them.
Yeah.
However,
even if you don't talk to them anymore.
yes, but however, that would not change the situation that I have with them.
Yeah.
It would not make us friends. It would not make us.
But you would still be there.
But I would be there because for my girlfriends, because I've had good relationships with some of them. And even the ones that I haven't had good relationships with, I would still like if they needed something, they were being abused, they needed help, they needed, whatever it is, I would be there for them. But it wouldn't change how I feel about them in the moment still.
But I think as a woman, we should help each other.
Yes.
Yeah, but I've had girlfriends that I've had to cut out of my life because I just feel that they're toxic and I don't want toxic in my life.
Right.
You
but
know?
if they needed you, like if they called you and said like
In the middle of the night,
yeah,
3 a.m.
I need a ride somewhere.
It depends how close we were, right? If these were girls that, I've been friends with for years and we grew apart, hell yeah. But if this is like a friend that, you know what I mean? I met through another friend. We started hanging out. We've had maybe a year. I got to see her true self and her colors. No, I'm probably not going to answer the phone if she calls. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I'm not going to. I just knew I got to know who she was. You know what I mean? And I didn't have longevity with her.
I think for me, if somebody was to call me at 3 a.m. and I wake up, I'll answer the call. I will probably. If they need something, I will probably be there. If it happened multiple times with the same person, with the same dynamic that they were going through, I probably wouldn't because then they're abusing that, right? It's like a lifeline.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Missy, I'm fucking stuck. Nikki, I'm stuck 3 a.m. Can you come get me? I mean, obviously, our
Anybody
dynamic's
at
a little
3
bit different.
a.m. though, I would answer at 3 a.m.
If
just
I'm
because
waking
that's
up.
a crazy
Yeah.
time frame.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm
something
thinking
they've got to be going through something.
it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no matter what, even if I didn't like you, I would go like, what the fuck?
I'm going to be there for that person.
Yeah.
Because especially as a woman, we make stupid decisions, and hopefully we don't put ourselves in certain circumstances to be in a position where we can't help ourselves. I mean, especially with Uber, Lyft, whatever. But sometimes we may need to reach out to whoever, lifelines, and it may be a year or 2 years since I've talked to you. But if I'm reaching out to you, like, trust and believe,
Right.
I need some fucking help.
Right.
Please come get me.
Because for me, I wouldn't be fucking calling you if I didn't need something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I mean,
either.
most people are not calling somebody at 3 a.m.
Right.
unless it's
Right.
needed.
And
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Now,
Yeah.
if it was a occurrence, like every other month, you're calling me at 3 a.m. to come rescue you. 'cause
Yeah, I'm
you're
gonna
on
block
a
your
bad
number.
date.
Yeah.
I'd be like, bitch, get your shit together.
Yeah.
I'm going to be blocking your number
Yeah,
now.
100. All right. So let's see. This one was an interesting one when I came across. Your significant other stays over the night at an ex's house to spend more time with their child. Is this acceptable? Explain.
Ooh,
You kind of dealt with
I
this.
just kind of just dealt with
Yes,
this, right?
okay.
But it wasn't like staying the night at an ex's house. There was already a pre-planned trip. I really don't give a fuck, and I don't.
Can I see that real quick? I just want to read that again for myself.
I don't want to put the 10 on the 2. I don't. I met her.
Okay.
Cool, whatever. Like
It's their kid.
it's their kid.
Got it. A child they have together.
Very made it clear very early on. There's nothing there. They already had a trip planned before I came along. Who am I to say anything?
Yeah. And I
mean,
think it's
his
like,
mom was there. I've met his mom. His daughter has spent the night at my house a few nights already. Like, I wake up, I cook her breakfast, I hang out with her. I'm definitely kid
But
out.
to that point, you're definitely what?
I'm kidded out.
Okay. But to that point, you had not met her yet, right?
No, I didn't meet her.
You met her after
Yeah.
this. See, now that's where it gets hard for me because Mr. Big, we went through the same thing, but I had met her. She liked me. She was nice to me. So it was easy when, hey, it's Christmas and my kids really want me to go over there, even though she didn't have a significant other. And, you know, it was heartbreaking, but at the same time, like, okay, that's your kids. You know what I mean? And I had already met his ex-wife and he had already told me, like,
why
if
didn't you go with?
I was here.
Oh,
I had to work or something.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
in my head, you know, I was thinking,
But the opportunity was there
what?
for you
to be present.
if you didn't.
No, I wasn't invited.
Oh.
No.
Did that hurt your feelings?
It didn't hurt my feelings because I was working, so I really understood it. Now, would it have hurt my feelings? You know what? I honestly can't tell you because he did make it known to me that there's a reason we're not together. She is the mother of my children, and that is it. And I completely and 120 million% believe him and still do. And
I understand that, Nikki.
yeah,
I honestly do.
I do.
So here's my thought on this is depending on like you had you guys are new, short time frame,
That's what I'm
right?
saying. And that's what I wanted to say too. They were in a much shorter time frame. I had been with Mr. Big much longer.
Yeah.
So for me in this situation, I'm just really going.
situation?
I'm like going there. I'm in this situation. If I had a guy and he had the ex and they share a child and he was to go over there, if I'm with you, like let's say a year, I would not be okay with this. So to me, it's not acceptable.
1 year.
Or even
kind of
probably
closer to
after
that.
6 months.
Yes,
After
6
6
months.
months, I would be like, no, have your child come here. Like, why would you go there?
Yeah, it
Like,
doesn't make any sense.
Go pick up Johnny Boy and bring him here. There's no
But it
reason.
was a long distance relationship too.
Yeah,
Like
so
it's
what
a
do you
It's
say-
a 3-hour drive for him to bring, you know what I
If
mean?
there's already a set schedule, say there's already, like, I know in my
Well,
circumstances.
didn't he have his own place? Well, that's Christmas. That was different.
He did
But if
have
he has
his
his
own
own place,
He did, but
I
it
would
was-
be like, why doesn't your kid just go there?
Because he lived in a small apartment and it was just easier and they were friends. He would go over there all the time and do stuff for her. Like, you know, she needed a couch move, so he went over and moved the couch and like, you know. And
I probably wouldn't like that. I'll be right.
At the end of the day, it's really a good man.
yeah, I
It
didn't
is.
love it. Okay,
Yeah.
let me tell
He's
you
not
that.
talking shit about her.
Right.
He's providing to her in a circumstance.
It still hurts your feelings. It still makes you feel like
Less
you still
than.
have a few doubts here and there. You if you
Yeah.
don't,
I would just
you're
be
not
like,
human.
you're done.
Can I go with you?
Yeah, like you're done with her. Not like you move the couch, blah blah blah. No, tell her to go get a boyfriend now to move the couch.
I'd be like, me and you are going over there to move the couch.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Well,
Does she have a neighbor?
She lived down south too, so like I couldn't really.
She
just
needs
pick
to
up-
start meeting some guys
I
that
couldn't
can help
just
her
pick
out.
I'm not
up
mad
and-
about it. Honestly, I'm not
I
a
was
jealous
upset.
person.
I was a little upset about it, but I understood because at the same time, like I can't just hop over there and go with him. You know what I mean? And I had been to her house. I had been introduced to her. She had met me. She came out to the car to meet me.
Put yourself in her shoes. Okay, this is the man that fathers your children, and you're not dating, but he's moved on. Cool, whatever. You guys are still cool co-parenting, but you're like, hey, I really don't have a man in my life. You're the only one I know that can come and help me. How safe is that for her? I put myself in that situation.
I had to put myself in
And-
his shoes though, because everything he did was for his children.
Exactly. So for me, I'm like, if I've never had to have a co-parenting relationship, so
You're about to.
but I'm saying on my end as a woman, I would want to be cool with whoever my ex is with, because if I don't have nobody and I trust you to come over and help me, like, bring her too, like, whatever. I don't want that.
I get it. It was just hard for me because I was here and he was there, and like,
Right, so you can't oversee it.
But she did it a lot. Okay.
See, that would bug. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if it was an all the time thing, yeah.
It did bug me.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when he would tell me, it's not for her I do this, it's for my kids. It's because she's the the mother of my children. Then I started to understand. I'm like, okay, I get it. Because if that was me and I had to ask, as if I could
You're like,
ask,
who am I going to ask?
As if I could ask either one of those fucking methed out motherfuckers, could you come help me? And don't try not to steal anything. I mean,
or don't try to put your dick in me either.
fuck. But yeah,
I mean, I guess for me too, and like my situation with my kid's dad, like when we were done, we were done. He didn't really help me at all. So I've never
But did
had
you
that.
ask him? Okay, so let me rephrase
Actually,
that.
no, I did. Actually, I did. I asked him for a favor and he didn't. And I was just kind of on my own. So I'm just like,
So you asked him
I've
for
done
a
it.
favor and he said no?
Yeah, he's like, we're done now. It's time for you to figure that out. And
Really?
See,
yeah,
part
but he
of me
wasn't.
found it chivalrous of him, though. Like,
Well, and
I was mad, but at the same
But
time,
that's
I was
also
like,
why I'm
that's
not
so
married to him,
sweet.
because he was that type of guy.
Yeah.
Like I'm more like the type of guy that would take the shirt off his back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so if it was Ken,
Yeah.
you guys are, I know he's not here.
Okay,
Rest his heart.
he
would have been the man that said, I'm going to come over and help. He has another daughter. He has a
Yeah,
daughter.
yeah. No, this
separate.
came up. So they live in Florida, and we were going to do a trip because Lauren always came out to us. We were going to do a trip out there. And so the kind of rule of thumb is, you go to Florida, you're going to go Disney World, you're going to do all this. So it was like, oh, we should go out there and we'll take Lauren to Florida and da-da.
Yeah.
And I go, we should look at flights and look at hotels. He's like, well, we could stay with Jen. That was his ex-wife. Now his ex-wife.
You're like,
No, yeah, and his ex-wife was remarried. Okay, so it was their house.
Yeah.
And he was friends with her husband and stuff.
Which is awesome.
It's so awesome, but I felt uncomfortable. I go, no, Ken, I don't want to stay at your ex-wife's house with no. He's like, no, we're all cool. I mean, they'll save so much money. He was like thinking about money and it's cool. And
Amen to Ken.
I know, under one roof. But I was like, oh, I just think that's weird. Let's just get a hotel.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah. It was uncomfortable.
We're not
for me.
having sex there. We're
Yeah,
not.
yeah. Oh my God.
I want to get down and dirty.
I just was. So okay. So this is me. So this is very common, I think, for this type of question. And I've learned this about myself. I'm very territorial. That's
What's mine is mine.
I'm very territorial.
I feel like I am too.
Yeah.
It's like that song, you might have had him once, but I got him all the time.
No, and I'm like that with.
Not that I'm a singer.
I'm like that with my life. Like I call my mom, I'm Italian, right? Call my mob. I'm like, if you're my family, if you're my close knit friends, like I got you. Like I'm so territorial. You know what I mean? And I'm like that with my men. Yeah.
I feel like I'm like that too. And I am like that with my men. I think it was just that I loved him so much and he was such a different man than every other man I had been with that I had to do something different than how I had treated
I'm
it
so sad
before.
he's married. He needs to get a divorce. Come back.
So do we have any more questions?
What the heck?
Do we have any more listener questions?
I
Or
don't
was
think
that
so.
it?
I mean, there were more, but I think that we
We can
just...
save him for next.
We can what?
We
For
can
the
save
next
for the
time?
next time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I
And
really
we want people to tell us more.
Yeah, I enjoy having listener questions.
Yes.
Because it's so important. And I want everybody to know that, hey, you don't have to be public. You can DM us. It does not matter. Each one of us.
Right. And it's so important for someone else to
Put
it's
it out there.
It's like therapeutic. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it is, for
We
sure.
are three different women. So we may have three different opinions that differ from whatever it is that your opinion is. And maybe that helps you. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But it's just...
Or
let's
also
be
makes you feel
clear.
better too. Like I said,
Yeah.
I'm territorial. So some girl might be like, oh, okay, so it's okay to be territorial. I'm not a weirdo and jealous, crazy
No.
bitch. Other people are territorial.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, said in previous podcasts, we're not all three friends originally. We have built this relationship around the podcast. And the three of us had a little tiff. I, Amber, sent a group text.
Okay, wait a second before you say anything. I think the reason she's saying I, Amber, is because I have had people tell me that they don't know the difference between our voices.
Oh, I've heard that
Yeah,
too.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Between
they're like,
us?
all of us. They're
No,
like,
all of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't know who's taught. My friend Jamie, she's a sportscaster, and she's like a good.
She doesn't know our
she goes
voices.
she goes to Las Vegas and does like games and stuff there. But she says she listens, but the problem she has is she sometimes doesn't know if it's me talking or you talking. So
Yeah.
Okay, so
I, Amber,
I as
of
Amber,
sound mind,
a
fucking 2
sound
bottles later.
mind,
Ay.
can willingly admit that I sent a response to a group chat that was not supposed to go to a group chat. I'm sorry, Misty. But it's not nothing. I didn't mean my
Don't you
chat.
hate when that shit happens though?
I've never done that before. And I was
okay.
in the Dutch line and I was like, holy fuck. Holy fuck.
Okay, actually, I did want to ask you. So, what did you think after you sent it?
I was like, Steve,
why did you hit unsend?
You can unsend something.
I'm not gonna. You know,
the
I
fuck
did
have
what
I
I did.
been?
I did what I did.
Oh.
I was in the Dutch
I'd be like,
line,
unsend.
and I was like, holy
don't know
fuck.
that you
And
can
Steven's all,
unsend
what happened? I was like, I just sent a response to the group chat, and I'm all, but I really didn't. So my whole thing is like, I didn't say anything that I wouldn't say in front of all of us. The thing that I thought that was going to get you before you even fucking responded was she'll learn. And I'm like, that's the text message. That was the second text message. She'll
That's
learn.
the part, yeah.
That was the part.
And that was the part.
I
Yeah.
knew that before anything because it wasn't intended to be like, I'm teaching you anything.
Yeah.
And we are all a new group and we are coming together as a podcast and we had a discussion before tonight and it doesn't matter age, it's circumstances. And I am woman enough to apologize to you that I'm not teaching you anything. It's me and you are both widows.
But you guys can admit that you could have taken it a poor way as well, right?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay.
And
Girl,
that's-
I was at work, okay? And so I am like just doing
I
whatever.
called
and-
her and I was like,
Yeah,
holy,
the phone
she
rang.
answered.
I called you too.
I didn't answer either one of you guys. Then I
No,
pick up
and
the
I
phone and
forgot
I'm
you were
like,
at work.
oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. So
I forgot you were at work
Yeah.
too,
my
by the way.
biggest thing was I didn't want you to feel ganged up on.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, because I'm like very even, Steven. I'm like 0 to 100. So like, I really didn't want you to come in here like defensive because I didn't know how I was going to act to that. And I know you came in here one way with her over there around the corner. And then when you saw me, you're like trying to be a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. You know what I mean?
Because I'm not
you
a
didn't
confrontational
know.
person.
Neither am I.
No.
Neither
I
am I.
was feeling very uneasy before you came. I told her I'm like,
But I
I'm
want our
having anxiety.
listeners to know. I want our listeners to know that it's not like three best friends fucking coming together and doing a podcast.
Right.
We are fucking human beings.
Mm-hmm.
Who are still learning each other.
Are still learning each
Yeah.
other. And I didn't want you to come in here feeling bombarded because that is not a good place to be.
Yeah, no one wants to be there.
Regardless.
No. And
No.
I think the most important takeaway from this though is that we are 3 women. We had a little fall down. We had an adult conversation and we moved along from it.
Yeah.
And we're sitting
For
at this
sure.
table and we've recorded 2 more episodes and no one's mad. There's no digs. There's nothing rude going on. We are back on track where we were. It was a stumble.
It's a maturity thing.
Right. And I commend you for apologizing. I commend you for not coming in here and like feeling like you were being ganged up on because you very easily could have walked in the door and felt like that because we're at my house. We could have done this at your house on your ground and made it a lot easier for you. But you were woman enough to be like, no, we can do it at Nikki's house. And here we are. And everything got squashed. And like I said, that's just really, I'm going through some shit with some people right now. And it's so fucking just mind blowing how we can just all come together and have a discussion and fucking walk away and I feel fine. Do you feel fine?
I feel fine.
Do you feel fine?
I feel fine.
I
don't have no hostile nothing, and I hope you walk away tonight.
No, I'm totally fine.
All of us, you know what
well,
I mean?
and also we're here, like our podcast is business.
Right.
And so think about it this way. I mean, you know how many people have out their own businesses
Right.
and two CEOs go
Right.
at it? Well, they don't close down their fucking business.
But it also brought a new perspective to the group where we've recognized that we need to go do things together as a group to maybe have some sort of bonding, and then it'll maybe turn into content. It'll maybe, you know, whatever the case may be. We should go on a day trip together. We should go axe throwing or whatever the case may be, but spend some time together and just learn a little more about each other because we really don't know anything about each other.
I do got to say that when all this happened a couple of days ago, and I was like, well, this makes for good content. You bitches didn't laugh.
I was still mad.
I laughed out
I
loud.
actually told my daughter that. I go, she said it might make for good content. I wasn't there for humor yet. So I said,
I was.
obviously.
I read it and laughed out loud because I'm like, this fucking bitch, she is all about this fucking podcast. Okay, she's like, I'm over here talking shit. I'm gonna make some good content. Mm-hmm.
This is a fucking job
And I
for
am
me.
really good at novels. I gave a novel.
You did. It's okay.
I'm like,
No, you were very defensive.
diarrhea.
No,
in
she
the
I'm
mouth.
not. I'm
she
not
meant the
comfort-
length of her. It was
Yeah.
long.
Yeah,
I do that.
Wait, were you voice to text?
Uh-huh. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, God, I can never type
Yeah,
that.
she's like, you fucking, fucking.
I don't even know if things turned out spelling correctly.
I was
have no
like,
idea.
she's mad.
I have no
She's
idea.
mad.
Mood has been lightened.
The mode has been lightened.
All right, heat wave. Go.
I don't like the heat waves.
Oh, you really don't?
No, I don't.
Because I'm going to say my wave
Go.
right now is
Do it.
watching you
'Cause
get
we're-
lit.
But this is gonna air like who knows when. So
It's true.
Like, it's hard to.
But
say.
That could be at any time.
You can generally do yours. Leave her out of it.
Yeah, we'll leave you out of it.
fuck your life.
You know what my heat is going to be? I love that we talked about this. That there are people out there that can't fucking apologize and move forward.
For sure.
And just be an adult. When you get in an argument, like if you don't even want to hang out with that person or talk to the person again, at least fucking apologize. You know,
Be a decent human being.
make your wrongs right and move on. Yeah, that's my heat.
You don't have to like me. I mean, it's fine.
I mean, there's a lot of things we all don't like about each other in life, right?
Yeah.
But that's what's the beauty about the diversity, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why I think the three of us commingle very well with the podcast is because we are very different.
Yes.
But I think in a lot of ways we're a lot alike too. I really
we
do.
have-
I think we're
we-
very
I think
strong
we have
personalities.
traumas. I think we have traumas that bring us together,
Yeah.
but we are very different as individuals.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. But we're very strong women.
Yes.
Definitely.
I know there's not a weak link here.
No.
So,
Nikki?
what about you?
What about me?
You have a
You want to
heat
go
and a
to
wave?
Cocky's for Sunday brunch?
Are you serious? Are you fucking serious?
Cocky's has a Sunday brunch.
Oh my God, yes. And
Oh
somebody-
wait, I've seen it.
Yes, I want to go. Hey.
I've seen it.
Can
they
we go?
party on Sunday.
They do.
They party.
They do. They have like a conga line and shit. I
I've
actually
seen
see the
it, like
owners all the
TikToks.
time. Yes. And I see the owners all the time at the Restaurant Depot. And I just saw him Saturday or Friday when I was there. And he's like, hey, girl. I'm like, hey. And then we talked about the cart outside because they're like, they have ones with tops on them.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't get the one with the top. He's like, I got to play Tetris. And I was like, well, you should have went out in the parking lot, boy, and got the one I got. Because I like had to go out in the parking lot and get mine. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to ride off Misty with her heat and her wave because I like right now that you finished 2 bottles by yourself and you're real fucking entertaining
you.
over there.
Hey, I'm going to start twerking.
No, she is.
I'm going to start charging. I'm not twerking.
There's
I'm still
a
in my
free
seat.
show here. And I'm also going to go with Misty on her wave. I think that it could have went a lot of ways with what happened. But
Yes.
the fact that we sat down and spoke like adults it shows what kind of women we are.
Age is
Yeah.
only a number, Misty.
It is, but
Sorry, I'm going to throw that in there.
I know,
Because I know I'm
but-
the youngest one here.
I know,
but I've
but
been we've all had a lot of traumas.
I
I'm
get-
the most immature.
no, but Amber, when you are 50, you are going to look at
Oh,
this
definitely.
person you are now,
Yes.
and you're going to go, "Holy shit! What could I tell my 35-year-old self?" Or
I'm
you-
not 35.
What,
but yes.
what are you?
I'm going to be 40 this year.
Okay, 40. You will at 50
10
go,
years difference, yeah.
You go, fuck, the shit I could have told my 40-year-old self. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
for sure.
Yeah, that's
It's-
that's kind of what I meant by that.
And again, I never meant anything to hurt your feelings.
I appreciate.
Never.
All right. Well,
So-
let's Roger that.
Roger that.
Roger
Suck
that.
it up, Buttercup, and apologize for any wrongs you have done in this new year.
Yes.
Yes.